Excuse me, sir, can I give you a leaflet? We're a political party, and our number one campaigning issue is to end illegal male circumcision. Male circumcision is undoubtedly illegal in the UK. Has been for at least 160 years. So this is obviously Muslims and Jews carried it out, and this is something produced by a Jewish organisation called Jews Against Circumcision. Hi there. So hope you find that interesting. Hello there.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we're a political. I lead this political party,
Okay.
Justice for Men and Boys, and our number one campaigning issue is to end circumcision in the UK because it's illegal.
What's the reason, though?
What's the reason?
Yeah.
Because it's a breach of human rights.
Is it?
Yes, of course it is.
We are circumcised.
Well-
We have no complaints.
Well, you might not have complaints, but that doesn't mean that. As I say, I go back to the point. It's illegal, and the criminal justice system is about to start bringing prosecutions
Really?
of the people who are carrying it out, and about damn time too.
So are they going to do that to the Jews as well? They do
Of course,
circumcisions in this
of
country?
course.
So what about the doctors?
Of course, and I am taking out a private prosecution against the Jews. Sorry, just a moment.
Yeah.
I'm taking out a private prosecution against a Jewish moil, a ritual circumciser, for exactly that. A man who claims to have circumcised thousands
Okay.
of baby boys over 35 years.
How about
I always find Muslims
Yeah.
always raise the hygiene issue.
Yeah. Which
but-
is it is.
I know,
Very
I understand that, but trust me, it takes the tiniest fraction of 1 second to clean yourself properly down there. It is not a problem.
Well, not
And
everyone can do that.
they-
Some people now they do
No.
have
No.
intercourse in the parks, in the beach.
but what's that got to do with it? All
Well,
I'm saying,
if he hasn't got anything to clean with, he has to go home. A couple of hours later. That's the issue.
but
Because you said a couple of minutes to clean.
no,
yourself.
sorry,
Basically,
sorry, no. So what I'm saying is, in the shower,
Yeah.
I mean, how it takes, how it would take an uncircumcised man more than 1 millionth of a second, more than a circumcised man, I don't know. It just takes no time to clean yourself. And something like 90% or 80 to 90% of the world's population are not circumcised. And they don't have all these terrible problems.
90%.
No, it's not 90, but
Can't be
maybe
90%,
70, maybe 70 or so. I don't know. It's a majority. A majority of the world's population is not Jewish or Muslim.
I know people that don't even, they're not religious and they're still circumcised.
I know. Well, in America, the United States, it's something like 75% of males are circumcised. It's quite shocking. Certainly to British people, the circumcision rates in the States are just appalling.
Who said it's illegal?
It's illegal. No, it is illegal because it's a violation of the 1861 Offences Against a Person Act. It would require a parliamentary override to be legal. And
So it's not illegal.
It is illegal. That's the point I'm making. It's illegal.
Who made
and
it illegal?
The 1861 Offences Against a Person Act.
Is it man-made law? So
Or-
now you're going against man's law against God's law.
Well, there's nothing in the Quran about circumcision.
Well, we follow Abrahamic law.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
But yes, but there's lots of things in Abrahamic law that you
I
can't
can
do.
agree, I can see where you're coming from about women, because in Islam we don't do women.
Well, in some places, Muslims circumcise.
it's
No,
got nothing to do with Islam.
not the UK.
Where it started really is a Central African issue.
It started in
It's a
Egypt.
tradition in Africa.
Yeah.
No, it started in it's a Central African issue. For example, if you go to Eritrea, they're Christians. They do circumcisions. Yeah.
I agree.
Women.
I agree.
genitals,
But I go back to the point that
Yeah.
that it's illegal. It's an infringement, because a baby, and certainly in Judaism, the circumcision takes place at 8 days.
Yeah.
Now that person may not grow up to become a Jew, or may reject
I was
it.
5.
Okay.
The thing is,
It's more of
But the point is that how would you feel about putting, carving a big I for Islam or J for Judaism on someone's forehead?
no, but
that's a totally different thing.
It is, but at the end of the day, it is unnecessary.
hygiene-wise.
It's unnecessary, and it's damaging. And the whole point of it is
What's your opinion, though?
no. That there's. I know people who've committed suicide.
Now,
women?
No, men,
Ask-
because of the damage. We had a conference last year,
Okay.
the Second International Men's Conference here in London, and there's a guy called Tim Hammond
Okay.
who presented the global survey of infant circumcision harm,
Okay.
and the amount of damage and deaths that are attributable to this unnecessary
But did
thing.
did he use the female genital mutilation?
No. We're just talking about male.
How about the babies that they're born? They don't have the actual hole in the middle, and they need to be circumcised and rectified to have a normal.
Well, I mean,
penis.
but if there's a medical reason, fine. But
That's right.
but that's very rare.
You're wrong. That's not.
I'm not wrong because I know.
I know. That's absolutely
So
wrong.
you're telling me that there is no babies they born with a deformed penis.
What I'm telling you about babies.
So they need to be circumcised and rectify the hole right in the middle.
Listen,
Because the hole is
So,
there.
sorry, he's trying to explain.
if you let me tell you,
Yes.
Okay. The baby is born without a true penis. Okay, without
Yeah.
a penis.
The hole is round the bottom.
So there's your penis there. The hole's there.
Yeah.
So what you do is
So they tell me they're going to cut it and
exactly what you do.
rectify it.
What you do is you put it together. You put a couple of stitches in.
Let's stick a pipe in there. I've seen.
You leave the
Until it heals.
You leave the foreskin. The foreskin is intact.
Yeah.
And then you tie the.
So how about the adults that they convert to Islam or Judaism? They go and get circumcised themselves.
Well,
that's their
well,
choice.
You're going to do about him.
no. Okay. Well, that's a different thing. But under English law, because we have to distinguish between what the law is and what the police actually bring prosecutions for.
He's never going to.
Well, you say that, but there's no doubt that even a man, could be 30 years old. It is illegal for a person to commit bodily harm, even on an adult, where the adult consents.
So you can do the same thing about tattoos.
No, because there's an exemption for tattoo. The law, because there's a legal exemption.
So are you saying that?
Well, there is.
Because
And if it goes wrong, it could go into your bloodstream and you can get blood poisoning.
I know, but I'm saying there is no legal exemption for circumcision, but there is for tattooing and for piercing ears, for example.
What we are saying here, first of all, is about to do with hygiene. Some doctors will dispute you.
I know they would.
The other thing is you actually involved in the government now, and they tell us what religion our children should be. That's what you're doing. So now you're giving the government the green light to tell us what religion our children should be.
Well, the idea of an 8-day-old baby having a religion, I mean, that is culture.
I asked
That's.
Theresa May whether my children can be Muslim.
But your children might not want to be Muslim, but they still have this.
They eat what I eat, right? They wear clothes, the ones I buy them. Is that subject to prosecution?
But when they're 20 or 30, they have a choice. They have a right to what they want.
This is a separate matter.
But you have taken away the right not to be
You have
disfigured.
taken the right from them, from what they want to eat them.
You might not know.
Where
No, it's
do you draw the
different.
line?
Well, I draw the line at mutilating genitals. That's where I draw the line.
The term you use is mutilation.
Yes.
This term is your opinion.
No, it is mutilation. Of course it is. Well, what is it if not
Doctors
mutilation?
will disagree with you. I can bring you doctors that can disagree with you.
I know that, but if you look across the world, there are, to the best of my knowledge, I
Are
don't
you an
know.
atheist?
No, this is your
How is that
opinion,
relevant to this?
It is, because we're talking from a religious perspective, which is Muslims and Jews.
It's not for your opinion.
We have the right to do what we
course.
can do.
But it's
imposing
not.
yourself.
No, you're imposing.
He's our family, that's how we bring
No, but you could leave him uncircumcised, and then as an adult he could go to be
You have a
circumcised.
personal experience. Is that why you're doing
No.
this?
No? So how would
What's
you know?
driving you?
Because
to do
I know the suffering this causes.
this? Suffering. You know.
Suffering.
You know better than the doctors who perform it.
Well, where's Patrick? There's a guy here. There's a guy here today who knows men who committed suicide because of the damage, the psychological. Yes, absolutely. Well, I'll try and find him. Sorry, you couldn't go and get Patrick, could you?
Am I wrong?
So this is a guy who is very damaged physically and psychologically himself. No, I know, but hi Patrick. I was explaining to these guys that you know people I'm talking. All I said was he knows people who have committed suicide solely because of circumcision.
I know
So
millions of people.
And I got a lot of money for it.
So what is the point?
the point is choice.
Yes, you do, because it's not just
You have your own personal opinion.
experience.
I should have had a whole thing, but I didn't get the choice. You should have the choice. What I'm saying to you is that his experience, he'll give me his opinion, and I can give you a different opinion.
But there's no need to do
That's an
this.
opinion.
No, it's a fact. There is no need to circumcise.
These millions of men have a whole penis. That's fact. They're not
They shouldn't have it. It's a fact.
Well, I've mentioned the fact it's illegal. It also violates United Nations and European Union human rights conventions.
Now, the doctors who perform it here should be in prison according to you.
Yes, I'd put them in prison today. Well, it's not you asked. Well, you asked.
My fact is they shouldn't be in prison.
No, but the fact is they're criminals.
It's an opinion. My opinion is
No, it's not.
you say it's
I keep explaining this to
Are
you.
you a lawyer?
Well, I know a lawyer who has told me the full case.
Oh, the lawyer told you.
Yeah, completely.
You know,
I went 2 hour lecture.
It's not hearsay. It is. No. I tell you. I mean, if you go on our website, there's a lot about this, and the government does not deny it's illegal. It just will not bring prosecutions.
The government has to consider every opinion given to them.
Okay, but if you sort of said, you gave, there are no religious or cultural exemptions in the UK, so you cannot impose everything under Sharia, for example. But you could say, well, that's my religion. I should be able to cut off hands of shoplifters. I should be able to stone adulteresses to death. That's my religion. But you can't do that because there's a conflict between your religion and the law, and there is here.
Here, why would the doctors do it if there's a conflict between
Well,
religion and
money for most of them. Money. I mean, some of them earn millions of pounds over their careers doing this. Yes. Yes.
money?
Yes.
So the doctor who studied to become a doctor risks everything for money.
He doesn't risk anything at the moment because people are
You
not.
said it's against the law.
It is against the law, but they're not being prosecuted. But I think that's going to change, and I think that's going to change sooner than you would think.
It can't be illegal until it's announced to be illegal.
No, that's not how the law works. That is not how the law works.
We need a precedent.
Sorry, I go back to the 1861 Offences Against a Person Act. It's really, really clear that this is at least. There's a case in Nottingham recently where a doctor circumcised a boy at 3 months, and he's been arrested for inflicting gross bodily harm with intent, and the maximum punishment for that is lifetime imprisonment.
How about the ones that actually pierce the children's ears and stuff?
You can't pierce children's ears. That's illegal.
That's illegal.
And tattooing children is illegal.
I mean, according to you, or illegal by the law?
No, not me. I mean, I'm irrelevant. I'm talking about
what I'm saying is because
what
I understood is that
piercing is illegal of children.
you're
Yeah.
saying that this circumcision is illegal
Yes.
according to the
1861 Act.
Right,
Yeah.
1861 Act. Does that go under that as well?
No. There's specific legislation to do with piercing and
so you
tattooing,
can't-
but there is not. To make circumcision legal would require a parliamentary override, and that's never existed.
That will actually interfere with other people's faith.
Of course it would, but in the same way that I was just explaining that there's a lot in the Quran, and in fact you could say the Bible. I mean, let's not worry about the Quran because I'm not an expert on it. But you take the Bible. Genesis calls for the killing of homosexuals, for blasphemers. Yes, for blasphemers, for children who disobey or disrespect their parents. Adulteresses stoned to death, and that's in the same book that Jews cite.
Ten Commandments.
But the particular thing about circumcising your sons at 8 days old is in the same holy book. We don't let Jews stone or Muslims stone adulteresses to death.
No,
do it.
Let me explain that.
Because
You see, not a lot
there's a
of
strict
people.
law that has to be established before that happens.
Before that happens.
No. I'm
You see,
saying
like the chopping of the hand.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. You stole a piece of bread. I'm going to do that.
No.
Let me just explain. Can I just explain one thing? The person who actually deserves his hand to be cut off. Now, I'm not going to skip to the end of cutting the hands. I'm just going to tell you
in an
exactly how it
Islamic law, in Islamic state,
Sorry. Let me just.
if somebody
Just let me explain. So the person, I'm just saying, when the person that actually the law has to cut his hand, what happens? Why does it have his hand? has to be
No,
cut
you're
off?
missing the point. This doesn't happen in the UK.
What I'm saying, I know.
Well,
But
that's what I'm saying.
What I'm trying to tell you is, it doesn't happen in Muslim countries either.
Never.
Do you understand? Have you seen one?
No,
Can you
I'm
tell
saying
me
I don't know.
See?
But I'm making the point that just because
Really? Can you show me? Evidence?
In Saudi Arabia.
They go straight to Saudi Arabia.
I've got a friend who's in
Have you been in Saudi
They
Arabia?
go straight to Saudi
You're a
Arabia.
liar.
You go to
Thank you.
Chop Square after
If it
prayers
was-
every Friday.
If it was Islamic, which other countries doing
I've
it?
seen it on
But the point I'm making is there is a conflict here between your religion and culture and UK law. And I have a Muslim MP. And I said, well, what should a Muslim do when there's a conflict between UK law and Islamic?
Accept the law.
And he said exactly that.
You
So
understand?
I said, well, here's the evidence that male circumcision is illegal. And he looked a bit taken aback and surprised.
But
He will not do anything about it. I can promise you that.
His answer is not full. Accept the law as long as the law does not go against your
guess-
religion.
No.
That's not the full answer.
Sorry, accept the law.
For example, if there's a law now
Yes.
by Parliament, you can't worship anymore. We can't accept
Well,
that law.
why- no, of course you
I'm
don't.
just giving an extreme example. You
Yeah.
understand? If it goes against your religion, commands from your religion, then you reject that law. Going back to the cutting the hand, you cut me off. The cutting of hand, if somebody steals in an Islamic state, there's no such thing as Islamic state. If Saudi Arabia is following Islamic state, which other country is following it?
In Riyadh, they behead people.
Riyadh is in Saudi
public.
Arabia.
Did you see them?
Which other?
Did you see them?
Did you see them?
hold on.
So if someone rapes your daughter, what's going to happen? What would you do to him or your wife?
If that was Islamic,
Exactly.
other Muslim countries.
Okay,
killed
but
your
all
wife.
I'm
So you don't even
If
ask the
somebody
reason.
steals in an Islamic state,
And this is
the
what I was
rulers
trying
are
to
put on
explain.
trial. Why does he have to steal?
Do you agree that they chop
Before
people's
anything.
heads off?
Okay.
in Saudi
Right,
Arabia?
these guys
No, I
saying
don't
something,
agree.
they go
If
straight to
it
Saudi
happened,
Arabia.
I don't agree.
If
If
Saudi
you
Arabia
kill,
was
you get killed.
representative,
Eye for an
no
eye.
other Muslim countries
Okay,
following it.
okay. Well, I don't need to go to Saudi or anywhere else. All I'm saying, the position in the UK could not be clearer. Circumcision is illegal,
They're going to act into
and I've told you the legislation.
someone's hand or
and-
chop someone's
okay.
head. It's not that easy.
Saudi
law
Arabia
in
not
Islam.
representative for Muslims.
Okay.
If it was, other Muslim countries would be beheading and cutting people
In
off.
Riyadh,
Killed
in
your wife and
Riyadh,
your
they-
daughter.
Still
Saudi
Saudi
Arabia
Arabia
would
would
like
deal
your
with it.
Still
justice
Saudi
done.
Arabia.
We're here,
you
we're
are.
Muslims, we're here. We're
If
talking
they
to
were-
everyone here.
Sorry.
Talking about chopping heads.
Yes.
I'm setting a
Yeah,
fact.
someone
If they
raped
were
his
Muslims.
wife.
It's
Yes.
not true. Show me.
Yeah.
We live in a.
Show me Indonesia doing
We
it.
live,
Show me
we
Turkey
live in
doing
No,
a,
of course
in a
not.
modern world where we have internet.
But I wouldn't want them.
everywhere.
But I wouldn't want them killed.
What do you want them to be done with?
Show me
in prison
when
the
was
rest
the
of
last
their life.
Okay, so I can.
Turkey,
Why
Indonesia.
would that money go to
Just
the
show me
man
when was
that
the
committed
last
the
person
crime?
beheaded in the UK?
Instead of going to the poor person.
Saudi Arabia.
Or his
He
hand
deserved
was
that money.
chopped off.
Okay, I come back to
It's
UK.
bad for society.
I come back to UK law. I mean, I'm
Forget
sure
about UK. I'm talking
No, how
about
could
what's right for you and what is just.
we are a pretty secular society in the UK. I think you'll agree.
Of course, it is.
Yeah.
Not
That
pretty, it
conflicts
is.
with the
There you go.
Yes,
Where's
it
Google?
is.
Is it Google?
That is good. Just
Because
say,
if someone
go on
killed
there.
my mother or my daughter, I would like him to be dead. I'd probably do it myself.
Is there a Protection of Faith Act?
Employment Act, protection of faith in brackets.
Okay.
I'd probably do it myself.
You see, the cutting of the hands is not
No,
straight.
no, I'm not.
So, for instance, like if you
you're a rich
went
man.
and stole something, you stole a piece of bread.
The rulers are on trial.
and they brought you in,
Oh look!
and they find this person actually stole a piece of bread. You know who's responsible
There happens to
for
be a
that?
video
Not
of somebody
you.
being beheaded
The
in
ruler,
Saudi
he's the one who's
Arabia.
going to
Saudi Arabia
be
again.
Why did this man steal a piece of bread?
Okay,
What's
but
the reason? You have to see the reason.
I'm interested in the UK law,
Yeah,
and,
yeah, I
and male
understand.
circumcision is illegal, and that kind of,
see what I
and it's a
mean?
human rights.
Rape
Yeah.
a woman,
What's actually happened? Like before you actually execute somebody for an adultery, it takes like 10 to 20 years before he can be in prison. A full investigation would be going on. It's not like that. It doesn't just happen.
Okay. So, are you guys okay if I put this online? This discussion? Yeah, everyone else is okay. Thank you very much. No, nice meeting you, sir. Thank you, sir. Nice meeting you.
There's a video of
I
somebody
need to
being
go now.
beheaded in
Thank you
Saudi
very much.
Arabia.
Where?
How strange.
Thanks, sir. You take care.
Did I just make that up?
So your issue,
Did I leave you one of
I
these?
just made that up and put it on there.
is your
Okay.
issue because it's public? Is your issue because it's